32 is brought to you by these proud local sponsors: U.S. Cellular, Bell & Health, Simon's Specialty Cheese, Dandred on West Mason, Gallagher's Pizza, North Star Dental, Witt Family Ford, Cobeson Buses, Vake's Fox Valley Coin and Diamonds, and Security Loop Key Roofing.
It's time for the TV 32 Sports Showdown.
You could not ask for a more perfect night for football.
And look at those wheels. Are you kidding me?
I can't believe what I'm saying.
From Calder Stadium in Menasha, it's time for week 3 of the high school football season. Tonight, the TV 32 Sports Showdown features an FRCC South matchup as Menasha plays host to Manitowoc Lincoln. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. He's John Mino.
Hello, Teddy.
I'm Ted Stefaniak. Glad you could be with us. We haven't seen Manitowoc Lincoln on our air in a long time. Good to see them back.
I agree. Long time. At least 10 years. Obviously, they fell in some hard times. They got some new coaches there they're really excited about, including a former Packer who's helping with that offensive line. A lot of excitement there, and it's fun to have a team like Manitowoc on the air again.
Without a doubt. It's a little windy today. It might affect the passing game for both teams.
I don't know. I was watching a couple of quarterbacks throw the football around out here. They've got live arms. They've got really live arms. Menasha, of course, with a new quarterback. They had young Mr. Korth, who was there, I think, since a freshman, now moving on into the college ranks. So we'll see how that turns out.
Menasha Blue Jays, band.
Our national anthem here at Calder Stadium. Ted Stefaniak and John Mino getting ready for this big game. Time to bring in the third and fourth member of our broadcast crew for this game tonight. The NBC 26 reporters Darby McCarthy and Preston Stober are with us tonight. What do you guys got coming up for us later at halftime?
Yes, so Ted, I'm your Manitowoc neighborhood reporter, Preston Stover, and I'll be introducing you to Evan Smith, a former Packer turned Manitowoc offensive line coach.
And I'm Darby McCarthy, your Menasha neighborhood reporter, and I'm going to be introducing you to Carson Miller, who's a legacy linebacker on this team.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to those stories. They'll be coming up at halftime as you see the Blue Jays being introduced, and we've just got a gorgeous night for football here, John.
Perfect night. Couldn't ask for a better night. Last week, of course, the Friday night games had some problems with lightning and rain and things like that. We wisely had our game on Thursday because we were expecting that. But tonight, there is literally not a cloud in the sky. And the last time we were here, I think we can say it without jinxing anything, we only did half a game. Remember that?
A couple of years ago.
Years ago, one of the last times, yeah. When we had the lightning come in the Neenah game.
Well, Menasha coming off a loss to Neenah, 40-0 last week in that game that was shortened by that weather. Although week 1, Menasha knocked off Appleton East by the score of 21-19, so they're 1-1 on the season.
Manitowoc also knocking off one of the Appleton schools, and then going over to Michigan, taking on a real tough school, Mona Shores. It's down by Muskegon. They won the state championship in Michigan in 2019 and 2020. That's a pretty tough place to go and play a high school football game.
So they've played home and home the last 2 years with Mona Shores, and just talking to the coaches about it, what a great way to use the Badger going across the lake for that. I think that's terrific.
I would love that, wouldn't you? What a great road trip. Yeah. Spend the night, do the whole thing.
Yeah. Well,
I think that'd be phenomenal.
Well, this year the game was here at Manitowoc, so the Badger was down. So they had to use the Milwaukee ferry.
Yeah, the Badger had some problems. I was going to take a trip on that this summer, actually. I've done it once before. I love it.
Yeah. So they were talking about how great it was because Mona Shores got in early, got in the night before, so they had a dinner together, played some team beanbags.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's just fantastic.
High school football.
I always wanted to work on a cruise ship. I did.
Did you?
I want to be like Gopher.
Gopher
on a cruise ship.
Gopher.
He didn't do anything. He just walked around and talked to people.
I think he
pretty
did more than you thought.
Pretty much like my life.
Good job for you.
Yes.
We're ready to kick things off. It is Manitowoc wearing those white jerseys, red helmet, tonight, coached by Greg Enns in his 5th season. With the Ships, Menasha wearing their blue jerseys, receiving the kick, short kick, fielded at the 35, and that is where the Blue Jays will begin the game.
Well, here we go. We mentioned, of course, with A.J. Korth, who had been their quarterback for so many years, a coach's son. He played like a coach's son, and he did everything. Quarterback, defensive back, punter, everything in the world. He went on to play now, I believe, at Oshkosh. So this young quarterback taking over, it's the first time Menasha has a quarterback other than a Korth in a few years.
Yeah, Logan Legal is his name, a junior quarterback. 371 yards combined in the first couple of games this season, 24 of 45. So doesn't mind throwing the ball around the field. We'll see what they want to open up with tonight. As we said, a little bit of wind in the area. Not sure if it's going to affect the game much here, as they're kind of a little bit down in a valley here. So I don't know if the wind will affect it that much, John. First snap, a quarterback keeper on the option and dancing through that defense to the 40 and pushed out, tackled inside the 40-yard line into Manitowoc territory.
At about the 36. That is one of the longest rides I've ever seen in football, Ted. I've watched a lot of option football. Watch how long he keeps us in the guy's breadbasket, as we used to say. I mean, that was a fantastic fake. If you're a defensive back, you have to think, by that point, he's getting the football. So what a big play to open the ball game for Menasha.
First play of the game here in Menasha tonight. In the stadium that was
beautiful stadium,
renovated, new field a few years ago.
Love it.
Second snap of the game. This time they do hand off.
Nice carry up the middle that time by Jeagle. So, Ted, it's one of those nights, too, that you said about the wind. It's not much of a wind. And when the wind's not blowing, it feels really hot. Doesn't it, though, when that cool breeze was blowing? It was really nice. It's steamy here down there on that field.
A little steamy here tonight, although not as warm as it's going to be.
No,
once again, we lucked out with some beautiful
But I noticed
weather.
when I was running steps before the game.
Your heart monitor said you were running.
Yes, it did.
It didn't look like you were going very fast.
In my mind, I was.
I was the same way. Legal's first pass of the game, wide open, and looking for the end zone and in for the first score of the game. Touchdown, Menasha.
Ryan Johnson, number 43, on a well-designed play. They're doing such a great job with the fakes with the running backs in the backfield, and the quarterback just put it absolutely on the money. And we're talking, it's been a while since there's been anybody but, of course, that quarterback here, but I'll tell you what, that first play for him was a dandy. His first touchdown was a dandy. Big play for Menasha to start it off.
30 yards on the catch and the finish. Nice little move to get into the end zone.
And a bit of delay. Manitowoc has to send in a player.
Not sure if that was an equipment issue, but everyone's set now, ready for the extra point.
Miles Christensen lining it up. Low snap, very low snap. Nice job by the holder, really nice job by the holder that time in corralling it and putting it down. Jonathan Younger, very nice job.
with the boot for the extra point, so 7-0. It is Menasha leading Manitowoc. You're watching Showdown. Well, a quick strike by this Menasha offense, John. 7-0 Blue Jays lead the Ships.
Yeah, well, it started out with that very first play. I think that got Manitowoc on their heels a little bit with such a fantastic fake to start out the ball game with that little bit of a read option, the quarterback keeping it, picking up a huge gain. Then the next time he gives it to the running back. Then they fake that and do the quick slant to the fullback coming out of the backfield. 3 outstanding plays, 3 really big positive plays for the Menasha offense to start it off.
Certainly something Manitowoc is going to have to address, dealing with that option when they come back out on defense. But they're going to get the ball here coming up after this kickoff.
Menasha has done that over the years. I don't think they've changed their offense much at all. And it's one of those things, though, you can scout it all you want, but they have basically an option on every play. No matter how well you scout it, whichever way you have it scouted, there's another option. And that's the type of thing that they've always, that's always been their bread and butter, so to speak.
Yeah, we only saw the option a couple of times there, but great patience by Logan Legal.
Absolutely.
So Christensen ready to kick things off now after that touchdown. Get everybody set here. And this one is a relatively short kick as well, bouncing at the 24-yard line and brought across the 30-yard line, and that's where the Ships will start their first offensive drive of the game.
Okay, Manitowoc Ships, as mentioned, 1-1 on the season so far. Both teams knocking off Appleton schools in the season openers. Let's see what Manitowoc brings to the table with their offense, huddling up on the sidelines. They've got one player. I told you I was watching them in pregame, Teddy. Number 76, Caden Sprang, 6'2", 369 pounds. 6'2", 369. Yes.
So
Look
they
at
will
this
start at
Ships
the
formation.
32, right? Yeah, to the right side. On the near side, they go underneath with this one. And that's going to be Brett Danielson with the reception and about a 6-7 yard pickup.
Big receiver, 6'4", 177, only a sophomore. See a lot of 10s when you look at the roster here for Manitowoc. A lot of sophomores. So going with the spread again. Look at this formation on the receivers. Kind of a box formation.
Little diamond
Yeah,
press.
not a box, a diamond. Oh, a nice play with the defender coming in there that time, knocking that one away. Big number 44,
Cole
for Menasha.
Calkins?
Yep. Cole Calkins
Senior?
got in. I liked how the play didn't develop all the way, but I liked what they were doing. Almost like a legal pick with one of the players. And I think you can get away with it, that close to the line of scrimmage and everything. But I like their creativity just to start with.
Yeah, Calkins getting in there and disrupting things. We might see a few more plays like this. This time they're going to go with 4 to the left side.
Look out.
Hit as he threw.
Nice
but
ball.
Well, had it for a moment, then it bounced out.
But what a nice pass. And I'll tell you what, that was under heavy pressure. Watch this. Number 41, Ian Downs comes in and just levels him just as he got rid of the ball. But what a nice pass. I mean, that thing really had some speed on it.
Yeah, Max Mygator, the senior at quarterback for Manitowoc, under pressure and was
What
hit
are they
as he
doing
threw
here,
that
Teddy?
one.
Oh, they're going back. He was under center for a minute there. It's like, 4th and 3, you'd think about it.
And the advantage of being a quarterback and a punter.
Absolutely.
This one will go out near the 25-yard line. So let's step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So after the Manitowoc-Lincoln punt, it is Menasha taking over at their own 27-yard line. 10:16 remaining in this first quarter. Blue Jays with a lead. That's going to be a little bit long on the pass. That time looking for Ty Schwartzkopf.
Yeah, it was the fake to the right this time, obviously, with the tailback. Fake to the right, look off the defensive end over there, and come back. Almost a quick no-look type of pass on the deep slant. Has to be a real timing sort of thing because you got that quarterback focused to the right. That way the safety is going to look that way, which should open up the middle of the field for the wide receiver.
And Manitowoc got away with one there because if Schwartzkopf caught that, there wasn't a lot of white jerseys in front of him. So a 2nd and 10 from the 27. Receiver split way out to the left near our near side sideline. And diving for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, not a bad gain. Antonio Flores, 5'8", 205-pound linebacker, makes the stop. Strong legs on the quarterback there. 3rd and 6.
Legal, the junior quarterback, 11 carries, 55 yards this season. Coming into this one, but we've already seen him pick up some big yards in that first drive.
Well, if you play quarterback in Menasha in this program, you better be able to run the football. Yeah. Or you don't play. You are a backup quarterback at Menasha if you can't run the football. Yeah. Not even a question.
Jeremy Korth and his offense been pretty successful over the years. To the air, legal.
A little high and outside that time. Had the man open, would have taken a pretty good pass to late in there, would have had the first down, but just high and wide.
So a 4th down coming up for the Blue Jays. And
I'm curious to see more of this Manitowoc offense. It's just fun seeing these we don't see that very often. No. We don't see a diamond formation with 4 wide receivers flanked out right. We don't see some of those things.
Well, you just look at both teams coming into this one just on paper, and there's been a lot of passing between these two teams in the first 2 games, so we may see that again tonight.
Timeout, Menasha. I believe. Somebody coming off the field. Looks like equipment timeout.
Yeah, the equipment issue here.
Broken shoulder strap, I believe.
Nope.
Just injury getting the player off the field. New player has to come in for one play.
Yeah, it's an equipment issue.
We certainly have
the officials making that change.
We certainly have had perfect weather so far in our first 3 games, Teddy.
Oh, first 2 weeks we played on Thursday night.
Yes, and it was beautiful. And 2 great games that came right down to the wire. Line drive.
Takes a snap and bounces at the 32.
Oh.
Big hit. So we'll keep it here with 9:14 remaining in the first quarter.
That was Nico with the return, and I'm going to let you pronounce the last name.
Nico Sangpatpat.
There you go. Thank you very much. But then he got drilled by Miles Christensen, who came down in a hurry. That was about as line drive as a punch as I've ever seen, wasn't it? That thing went about 12 feet off the ground all the way.
Well, very effective.
Very effective. Very effective.
Now, we saw a big hit on a special teams play last week, too, between
one of the hardest hits I've seen in a long time.
Kimberly and
so 3 receivers
Bayport last week.
Handoff up the middle, and a flag comes in late. Not much of a gain on the play.
We'll get our first penalty called out by our head official tonight, Al Wenning.
Where's the coach?
Holding the initial call.
We're going back. Back in the back. Offense. 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Still first down.
So Al Wenning tonight, head official, working with John Wenning, Daryl Prue, Walter Lordsdorf, and William Byarski.
Well, that's a big penalty. Moving it all the way back to about the 13-yard line. 1st and 20. 4 receivers again on the right, 1 on the left. And a pass dropped. I think it was tipped before it got to the receiver. Intended receiver was Julian Bailey. But let's see if this one gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. Big 44 is coming in there again. Yeah, it was totally tipped. Still could have been a completion for pretty good yardage, though.
Yeah, and Bailey's had a nice first couple of weeks here this season. 12 catches, 130 yards.
Cole Calkins, number 44, again in on that play.
Here you go.
He's the left defensive end.
4 receivers.
And there he
to the
goes,
left.
getting the quarterback. Oof.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of receivers out there. And
so it's one-on-one blocking across the board.
Menasha having some success just getting after the quarterback right now.
Yeah, watching Calkins there, he's just simply pinning his ears back and just going. He's not even looking for the run. He's just going. Watch 44 right there. Splits the double team. That's not the idea of a double team to get split like that. So 3rd down and 24. You know, Ted, what I liked in our first week of the season? The scoreboard big and bold right across from us. All these others got to come to hang out the box and
the traditional scoreboard placement.
Screen set up left side's got some blockers. Oh, but then he runs into trouble. Once again, number 5, Jonathan Younger, coming up to make the stop. As he sniffed that one out. So that penalty really killing Manitowoc right there. You know, in a game like this, it's the last thing in the world you want to do is get a penalty, especially a block in the back.
And Menasha should end up with great field position here after this punt. Just under 8 minutes to play in this first quarter. We'll punt it from the 5. Fielded at the 42 and dancing and down near the 30-yard line.
Nice job. Nice return.
So let's step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Back to action here. Menasha takes over after the punt, a 1st and 10 from the 30, and they keep it on the ground. Let's take a look.
Quarterback keeper Evan Vogt for Manitowoc does a real nice job staying home, taking him down. So the quarterback, again, getting a lot of runs, and he will in this ball game. A lot of those plays, though, aren't designed as runs per se for the quarterback. but somehow he manages to keep the football. And he's got big 43 back, the big fullback that scored the touchdown, Ryan Johnson, in the backfield with him.
He's got some protection back there, but not enough as they come from the weak side and a sack for the Ships.
Absolutely. Came from the blind side. Watch this. That's what Manitowoc needed right about then. Fake the draw, and then coming in hard and taking him down.
Javier Reyes Quintana, a senior with the big sack.
Big sack. All the way back to the 36-yard line almost. Bring up third and about 15. Ted, remember before they had this beautiful turf? Some of the games we did here in the monsoons, just unbelievable. And that's after one of those games. We were talking with one of the gentlemen from Menasha here before. He says that's when they pretty much decided, you know what?
Well, they had to move a playoff game
against to Kimberly High School
to play it because the field is in such poor condition, and that will never be the case again here as they have that beautiful turf
timeout called by
field.
The Blue Jays.
We will keep it here.
It's great. We got two sideline reporters tonight, two of the NBC 26
neighborhood reporter. You bet.
Sports Showdown reporters.
Talking to them at halftime.
One of them homegrown, so to speak, from here in Menasha.
You know it. Hey, when we get knocked down, it takes a team of extraordinary team to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscle, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Bellin Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
Mark Houston not joining us tonight. He's at the Ashwaubenon Green Bay Southwest football game. Have a lot of fun with Mark over the years, though, don't we?
Yeah, the whole Bellin team.
Bellin
chance to talk with Dr. Bo Eben.
Yes.
Last week. That was a great story last week, too, with Dr. Eben, who played
football and basketball at Kimberly. Now he's their doctor.
Well, no, he's
now he's the, but now he is a doctor.
He works with the Bayport group. So, yeah.
I told you I went there for my gout. Cured it.
Bayport?
Cure it. No, the Bellin Sportsman.
Okay.
His dad was my doctor. Yes. I'll tell you something else ironic.
What's that?
When I got my hip replaced a couple of years ago, the surgeon was Dr. DiRamundo, who was a quarterback for the state championship team for Manitowoc in '85.
Athletes moving on to be medical professionals. Here's Logan Legal. Trying to buy some time. Put a little bit too much behind that one, John.
Yeah, and a little behind the receiver, it looked like. Just not real in sync right now. Ty Schwarzenhoff, the intended receiver. Schwarzkopf. I'll get it right. Just like the general, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a relation, though.
I would like to find out.
Yeah. Where's our sideline reporters?
Yes, that would be a good question for them. Very good question. Are you related to the general? So punting from his own 47. Little rugby style. Oh, that's effective.
I think he thought about
that. Oh, it wouldn't die on him, though. I think he thought about running it.
He did. He had some room there.
He took a couple of steps. I think if it hadn't been so many, he needed about 14.
Yards, yeah.
He would have gotten about 10 without question. Watch this over that right side. I mean, you see the one guy lingering. Number 4 stayed home, but that still would have had a chance. It would have been one-on-one against that defender.
Hey, U.S. Cellular, now they're giving away $20,000 for a distraction-free vacation. To enter and for official rules, go to 20kvacay.com. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited.
Went down to the concession stand to have a hot dog at every game I ever do.
Yeah.
Very good. They had sauerkraut on the table, which is nice to have sauerkraut on the table. I thought that was in honor of your German heritage.
I do have a little German in me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
Flag on the play.
Start. Offense. 5 yards. Still first down.
Manitowoc starting this originally on the 20-yard line. That's going to back them up.
We had another game like that this year where, remember early on the team just kept shooting itself in the foot?
DePere.
It was DePere.
Nina?
Yep. Oh, yeah, you see the right guard leaned forward and moved. No question about that one. So 1st and 15 now. Broken play, I believe. And once again, big number 44, Cole Hawkins, was there to make sure nothing good happens after that. I think the quarterback wanted to give it to the running back. but they just weren't in sync. They weren't close enough to each other. And then the quarterback had no shot with Calkins in his face. So 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
2nd and 17.
And there's going to be another flag. It's going to be another illegal motion on the part of Manitowoc. This time it's the right tackle.
Full start. Offense. 5 yards. Second down.
Well, that Menasha defense, they've got a pretty good jump on them early in this
Right.
game. So I think it's got some of those offensive linemen in their heads a little bit.
Watch the right tackle right there. Yep. So 2nd and 20, which is what they've had in their last possession. And more movement.
Well, let's see who this is going to go against.
The defender came across hard.
Offsides.
Okay.
Defense. 5 yards. Second down.
All right, so 2nd and
5 more back.
15, basically. Yeah. There you go. Let's see if anybody moves in the red and white. Nope. Just the blue.
And they'll leave 4 receivers out to the right once again. Yeah, so all that protection's got to come from up front. And here comes the pressure again, and it's batted down.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's standing tall in the pocket and staying right with it, but that rush is coming through pretty tough.
Is that Riley Losey that time?
Yep. 75. Yep. Gets right in there, knocks it away.
It was up in the air.
A long time. Right over the Menasha logo.
So 3rd and 17. Quick hitter.
Bubble screen. Bailey gets up to about the 19-yard line. Maybe the 20. Bring up 4th down.
Can get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Right. Quick, though, huh? He's got a quick move once he caught that. Making that first move around the corner. Yeah, I think they're going to have to go with more of that short stuff like that. That's going to be pretty tough for that line holding up that front 4 of Menasha. So the punter goes near the line of scrimmage, then goes back. And over end, and it goes right into the Menasha bench.
So, again, great field position for the Blue Jays with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Blue Jays, obviously the one thing that hasn't worked so far has been their passing game. They've been putting in the air, but not a lot of completions except for that very first one that led to their touchdown, or that scored their first touchdown. But I think it's going to be one of those things with a young quarterback like this, still only the 3rd game, and you just develop that feeling. It's more of a touch type thing with your receivers, where they are when they're there, and that takes a few ball games.
So Legal, the running back next to him, waits for the snap. Sitting on the 40-yard line.
Quarterback keeps it, and there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, grabbed the shoulder as he went by.
If there hadn't been a penalty, it would have been 6 points. Because he had the step on him. He had him on the inside. It was a well-thrown ball. But, yeah, he was grabbed.
Defense. 15 yards. That results in a first down.
Yeah, no question about that one. You could see that before the flags came out.
And a good penalty.
Yeah, good penalty, but good fake in the backfield. Low snap, but it keeps the guys pinned right there, and that would have been 6. So, you almost can't fault him when that happens, when you get beat like that, and you got to grab some cloth. It's ball on the 25 now.
First and 10 from the 25, 4:56 remaining in the first quarter. Receivers split to each side. Legal.
Nice fake.
Again.
Open. Oh, overshoots him, though. Had his man wide open. They did a real nice job. The fullback coming out of the backfield, taking the fake, going through the line and cutting over into the flat, but just not connecting. Watch 43, comes right there, unimpeded, wide open. I wonder if that defender kind of got in the line of sight there. 34 where he came across. I think he may have.
Well, we saw Legal take off and run a couple of times early in this game.
Yeah.
And there are some opportunities here where if he pulls it down.
He's getting good yardage. Not going to the bank, but he's getting good yardage. Or to the house. To the bank?
To the bank.
Where did that one
Yeah,
come
it's
from?
Friday.
Okay.
2nd and 10.
Another low snap.
And they go on the
Nice throw.
That's a great throw to the 20 and then cut down.
Yeah,
So
that was an outstanding throw. Ty Carlson, the receiver out there, be about 3 yards shy of a first. Now, I like the arm on this throw, though, Ted. You got to get those
on the
snaps
run.
up, though. That's tough for a quarterback. You have to take your eye off the defense. Yep, on the run. Boom, right there. You know, that might have been one of those things where he didn't think about it. He had some other guys that were so open. Sometimes you think about it, you know, and try. Like in basketball, you have a wide open shot.
I don't know if he plays shortstop or third base, but he looked like
he did. Ted, what's with, I don't know how we're going to get a shot at this. What's with the big TV screen behind the bench of Menasha? We'll talk about that in a minute.
They might be watching Showdown.
They
John.
might be. 24 over the right side.
Looking for the first down.
It's real close. He didn't really get that. It's going to be short. He didn't get that forward lunge. Didn't get that lunge.
So, first time.
So 4th down and a yard.
First time tonight, you going to say
There it is, right here, right here.
Oh, that's Showdown.
That's awesome.
No, that's not Showdown.
No, I know, but it's still
But they're able
awesome,
to watch
whatever
film.
They're doing. Yeah, they're watching film right there. That's cute. This is 4-down territory.
That's what I was looking for.
I know. I don't like when you ask for it. I'd rather surprise you. Okay?
No surprise here. Well, when they're 80 yards away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one thing that's mine. Take it away.
You can keep that one.
Okay, thank you.
Here we go. 4th and 1. And a first down. And a penalty comes in at the end, but it is going to be a first down for the Blue Jays.
In a flag-filled first quarter.
Face mask. Defense. 5 yards. It'll be a first down.
So either way, they had the first down, but they'll take it via penalty. Let's take a look at it here. Nice job of running there through traffic. I didn't really see it, did you?
Did not. We are not wearing the stripes
No,
tonight.
we're not.
That's a tough job. We thank those guys for being out there every single week. So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Quarterback keeper.
Eagle will keep it himself and dances into the end zone. Second score of the night for the Menasha Blue Jays.
Does a nice job on the ground. We're talking about the passing. Just wasn't super sharp early on, but I think it's going to be one of those situations where the quarterback running the ball, is really going to set up the offense. Another nice fake right there. Takes it out, really caught number 51 going after the ball carrier. And once he got past him, it was home free.
So now Christensen on for the extra point.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And it's 14-0 Menasha. 3:06 left to play in the first quarter.
Hey, every time a team reaches the opponent's 20-yard line, they're in the Gallagher's Pizza Red Zone. You can check out their restaurants in Swamico and De Pere, as well as 2 locations in Green Bay on West Mason Street and Webster Avenue. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit. Delicious pizza.
Fantastic pizza. And some of the best crust around. Love their crust.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I do.
You know, it's almost like that in between thin and thick. I'm not a real thick crust person. Too much dough.
They've got different options
Too much.
for
I
you.
know. I'm just saying. So they can. When I do the middle one, it's perfect. It's right in between.
Yeah. Well, I like the middle one too. The wife likes the thin crust. So we compromise,
Okay,
and
can
we have
make-
the thin crust.
Can we make a compromise?
Yeah.
Can we make a compromise that we always talk about it after one of the games this year, we will go to Gallagher's and have a pizza.
Absolutely.
Can we do that?
We should do that.
Because you've promised that for years.
Well, I keep showing up to Gallagher's.
Yeah, and then I hear
I don't see you.
I hear some of the great. Hey Ted, great time at Gallagher's last week, huh? Thanks for buying. Wow.
Where's Mino?
You should invite Mino one of these times. That would be nice. Once.
One time.
One time.
One
Wow.
time. I get to know you a little bit more. We've only been doing this since 2002.
I think I first met you in 1996.
You think so?
Yes. Were you in Wausau in 36?
In 96?
96.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when I first met you.
Oh, yeah.
You were just a young, impressionable guy back then. Now you're jaded. Uh-oh, this could be trouble.
It's a loose
This
ball,
is trouble,
and
it's
the Blue
recovered
Jays
by the
have
Blue
it.
Jays. Well, nobody was expecting that, especially these two guys in the booth. But a heads-up play by Menasha. I don't know what that was. It wasn't an onside kick, just more of some kind of a squib. And it hit the Manitowoc player. He was just trying to get out of the way. He wasn't even trying to recover.
Caught him in the foot.
Caught him in the foot trying to get out of the way.
Took a funny bounce as they
So a tough
tend to
break
do.
for Manitowoc on that one.
And here we are, 3:03 left in this first, and Menasha has a chance to go up by 3 scores here as they'll start this drive on the Manitowoc-Lincoln 36-yard line. Eagles got some help in the backfield with him this time. A couple of receivers to the right.
And the big fullback in the backfield.
Steps up in the pocket
Nice
and has
throw.
a man. And brought down after picking up the first down. That's number 5, Jonathan Younger.
I'll tell you what, he throws better on the run than he does from the pocket. You know what I mentioned before where he had to make that throw without thinking on the last series? He did it again here, too. This is a really, really nice ball moving around. I mean, that is not an easy throw. Very good touch throw right there.
Younger came in with 5 receptions, 55 yards on the season. Been having a nice season on the defensive side of the ball as well. First couple of games, 12 tackles, 1 interception.
Remember that Menasha team? Was it 2019? They were runners-up. Boy, this was a tough place to play that year, wasn't it? For a couple of years there.
Yeah.
They were just so physically tough.
It's legal.
Good
looking
protection.
left and has a
Open.
man. This time it's number 4 stepping out of bounds near the
Porter
15-yard
Weinert.
line.
Nice protection on the part of the offensive line that time for Menasha. Outstanding protection. He had all the time in the world. It's a good-looking play, just getting that receiver out there in space, just sitting down when you've got that bubble. Quarterback put it right at the numbers.
And Parker just a junior. He's got 3 receptions before that, 121 yards and a touchdown. So
Yeah, off to a nice
he
start.
got one.
Absolutely. Off to a really nice start.
This would be a 2nd and 1. And they'll put
Why is the clock stopped?
out of bounds. Let's see. And the pass once again, is that Younger again?
Down to about the 6-yard line.
Yep.
Yep. Another catch for Jonathan Younger, wide receiver and defensive back. Now they move the chains. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. You know, when I first moved to Green Bay, Teddy, Manitowoc was the kings of high school football in the state of Wisconsin. I mean, just that was the Don Davey era and those guys. I mean, they were so big for that era. They were like teams nowadays, how big they are. They were like that back then when the other teams weren't. And Coach Rubik was just a legendary coach, former Manistee Emerald, as I'm sure you know. Quarterback keeps.
And Legal
Wow.
still on his feet
Breaking
and into the end zone
tackle after
again.
tackle.
So Legal, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 3rd touchdown for Menasha here in the first quarter. And they've got a 20-0 lead.
Well, there's no answer to this offense so far. I mean, look at this. Just breaking tackles, making guys miss. And he just takes it in. White jersey sprawled across the turf, and he takes it in almost untouched. He's off to a nice start in tonight's ball game.
Christensen on for his 3rd extra point. And that's
Splits
good.
it.
So 21-0 Menasha. And Menasha, who was held scoreless last week, at Neenah, looking pretty sharp on offense tonight.
Well, and again, the penalties have hurt Manitowoc. Obviously, on their first couple of series, they had penalties which put them really deep in their own area. And then that face mask penalty gave them the automatic first down. So penalties have really caused some problems for Manitowoc. They just got to, not to be cliche-ish, but they just need to right the ship and get something going, get something positive going. Don't have those mistakes. Don't shoot yourselves in the foot. Those sorts of things, what they have to do.
Hey, tonight's instant replays, well, they're brought to you by our friends over at Simon's Cheese. You can experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese Little Chute.
So let's see what this spread offense that Manitowoc is coming out with. Let's see if they can just churn up some first downs. That's what they need more than anything right now, just to get some sort of confidence built up with their offense. Be a fun offense to play in, though, if you're a good throwing quarterback, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
They just got to protect him, though. I think, well, Evan's going to have a talk with those guys at halftime.
Yeah, former Packer offensive lineman.
Some other scores from around the area. Xavier 28-3 over Freedom right now. De Pere 12, Pulaski 7. Notre Dame 22, Green Bay East nothing. Wrightstown 14-7 over Winneconne. And another pooch kick. This one's taken at the 49-yard line.
What a flag.
I think there should be. He got hit after he made the fair catch. And it's tough for a defender to stop when you're running full speed downfield, even though it was only 10 yards. But you're ready to make that hit. And but it's a correct call because he did call the fair catch.
And
as long as they have enough room, too. There's like a yard space, yard and a half.
Kick catching interference on the kicking team. 15 yards. First down, White.
So 15 yards on top of that, John.
Right. That's a big penalty. But it's a safety issue more than anything else, really. Because, I mean, you're totally unprotected when you're in that situation. Completely unprotected. Let's take another look at it here. Going with these little chip kicks, though, huh? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bang-bang. It's hard to fault the guy. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't intentional.
So Manitowoc Lincoln in great field position here to open up this drive on the
35.
Menasha 35.
Running back stumbled. And at that point, it was pretty much over once he stumbled. Miles Christensen, number 8, getting in there once again, coming up fast. And hard loss of 2 on the play. So spreading it out once again with the 4 receivers.
Pressure coming once
this
again.
Man over the middle. Got those 5 yards back. Got his little dump pass to Mac Beasley.
I'll bring up a 3rd and 10 as they get back to the original line of scrimmage. We've got to take advantage of this field position here, John.
Yeah, they need a first down just to make something good happen.
And again,
changing the play.
Again, quads to the right.
Yes, quads. Quadzillas. Dump off once again. Number 30, can he make some people miss? He does. And gets the first down. What a nice run that time by Mac Beasley. Very nice job. Tell you what, 5'4", 158 pounds. He's got to have some power packed in those legs right there, huh?
Nice move
Very
right there.
nice move.
Change direction.
Outstanding.
Give him the old dead leg. Busted it out to the outside. So a fresh set of downs as they move up to the 25. A loose ball picked up. And inside the 20-yard line.
Jordan Storms picked it up. But you can't advance, can you, Ted?
Yeah, I think they're going to bring this back.
Right.
Bring it back. But it will
at
remain
least
in position with the Ships.
Absolutely, and that's it for the first quarter.
All right, 21-0. It is Menasha leading at Manitowoc Lincoln. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So ready to start the second quarter. 21-0 Menasha leading Manitowoc Lincoln. John Mino, Ted Stefaniak with you for week 3 of the high school football season. Manitowoc still looking for their first points of the game, but they've got something cooking here, John, with a 2nd and 2.
Yeah. Overshot his man. Had him open momentarily. That was Storms over at about the 10-yard line. Would have been a first down if they connected. One other score here, Teddy. Westy Pier, 41-0 over Green Bay West already.
What was it again?
41-0.
And West Pier coming off that loss to Kakana last week.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that Kakana team is legit, though. That is a legit football team right there.
Well, and we're going to see them in a few weeks.
Yes, we are.
It's a very good Appleton North squad. So here we go, 3rd and 2. And
short.
Scrum at the line. Yeah, I think just shy, John.
I think it's going to be about a foot shy. Obviously going to go for it here. No question about that. Got the fake right there. Actually did a really nice job to gain some yardage. That could have been about a 3-yard loss. So it's a full yard. 4th down and a full yard.
Yeah. So Mygator waits for the snap on this 4th and 1. Spread out the receivers a little bit. 3 on the left, 1 on the right.
But really spread out on the left, Teddy. I mean, they're like 10 yards apart from each other.
Kenton Beasley in the backfield with Mygator.
And now a timeout called by Manitowoc.
We'll keep it here.
Yep.
We'll keep it here, and we'll bring in our sideline reporter tonight, Darby McCarthy, our Menasha Neighborhoods reporter for NBC 26. Darby, hey, we saw you a couple weeks ago, had you on for a game. Good to have you back. I know, you're an NBC 26 neighborhood reporter, but you got a little extra connection. You're not necessarily from Wisconsin, but you've got roots here.
I do, yeah. My dad was born and raised in Neenah, but my grandmother was from Menasha. So even though those two cities have this crazy rivalry, I have roots in both. So it's kind of cool.
You still have relatives here?
I do, yeah. I've got relatives. Some live in Oshkosh, some in Omro, some in Neenah. I don't think anyone currently lives in Menasha, so when I'm covering it, I'll be repping that for us.
Well, you're here, so that's good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Darby. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Of course, we'll have a story from you coming up at halftime tonight. Darby McCarthy, NBC 26 neighborhood reporter. So here we go, a 4th and 1.
And they're going to attempt the field goal.
I'll take the points if they can get it. It was long enough, but not on the line. So a missed field goal attempt. So we'll step away. 21-0. It is Menasha leading Manitowoc.
And it's first down and 10 on the 20.
So a missed field goal attempt here to start the second quarter, John.
A little surprised they didn't go for it. 4th and 1. And it was really just 1. It wasn't like a yard and a half or anything. Surprised they didn't go for the first down, being that close.
So Menasha takes over on the 20-yard line.
But you know what? We're not down to the sidelines counting the plays either.
We weren't in practice all week. We don't know what the game plan is.
Absolutely. Just saying, I was personally surprised.
That's kind of hard to do these days, isn't it?
Surprise me?
Yeah.
It is. Because I've seen it all. I'm a savvy old veteran. I've seen it all.
I'm reminded of that constantly.
Are you really?
I am.
By who?
Well, you.
Oh.
To no surprise.
Oh, yes. Once again, no surprise.
No surprise.
Good point. I didn't think of that.
6-yard pickup on that carry. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Quarterback keeper.
Legal.
Nice tackle.
Yeah,
that time.
nice tackle. And that
saved a lot of yardage. Chance Freilich with the takedown.
Tackled by Chance Freilich.
Very nice job that time. Tell you what, when this QB sees that open yardage, though, he just puts the motors on. He goes after it. A nice tackle, 51.
Well, we talked about it right at the beginning of this game. I think the way Legal operates that option and the patience he has, it's outstanding. That's difficult for any defense.
The big guy over center for Manitowoc, okay? Hartley Arsta, 6'2", 326 pounds. 326. Good-looking ball.
And they connect. Now looking for the first down. Nice dance. Gets by a couple of defenders and into Manitowoc territory.
I'll tell you what, he was doing a little gypsy doodling over there.
Wow.
And he was close to taking it all the way when he broke that one tackle. But Manitowoc defenders held him up long enough to get some help coming over there.
2-yard
Worth another look here in the Simon Specialty Cheese replay.
I'll tell you what, he's got a strong arm. He put that out there on a rope. Right there, I thought he had a chance to go. Didn't you? The last
Held him up enough, like you said.
Exactly, to get help. Yep. Because he had a blocker in front of him. There's only one white jersey, and he had a blue jersey for a blocker. I think it would have taken it all the way down the sidelines for the score.
So ball up to the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Blue Jays. And, big hit. That second hit again. The first defender kind of holding up
Evan
the
Voigt
offensive player and help coming for the Ships.
with the hit. Big hit. He's had a couple of big hits so far. Number 45 for Manitowoc.
I think they should leave somebody else run the ball.
Ready to watch him come here and close that one out.
There's got to be another runner out
Flag on the play, Teddy?
there.
Face mask
The call on
against Menasha.
What is that?
Well, that's a big one. Wow.
I didn't.
Oh,
Takes it all the way back to the 44-yard line.
I didn't see the flag come out initially.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Back him
You
up
guys
to
are
their
doing a
own
great job. I mean, they're saying
44-yard
things
line.
again that usually you're pretty much on it.
I am. I think I've mentioned that to you.
A time or two.
Yeah. Or 8.
he's longer than that.
I don't miss much with my trusty $19 binoculars.
First and
You want to borrow these when you go turkey hunting this year?
Turkey hunting.
44.
First and 20 from the 44. Back in their own territory now. And
Three wide receivers
might
to
see
his
that
right.
arm, and we will.
Yeah, they will on a screen. Bubble screen.
Schwarzkopf with the reception.
Taken out at about the 48-yard line.
Ty Schwarzkopf, the reception.
Sal ends in on the stop that time.
Ball ends.
But he had the 3 wide receivers out there, threw it to the inside man, had the other 2 for blockers. But he didn't gain a lot.
A 4-yard pickup.
4 yards, so second down and 17 for the Blue Jays.
Second down and about 17 now.
So that's a big
On the
weekend, though.
40.
College football starting. I'm excited about that. I'm anxious to watch Coach Prime in action tomorrow against TCU and see if it all comes together for him.
Yeah.
Badgers, of course, a new program or new head coach in the program, and it's an exciting time of year.
It sure is. Hard to believe we're in week 3 of the high school
I know, right?
season.
Lots of time, good protection. He's got a chance. And he takes it up to about the 37, so he's about 3 yards short. Tough runner, I'll tell you what. He's got some determination on when he carries the football. Great protection once again, though, on the part of that offensive line.
Up at the 38.
So, well, third and about 4, I guess I'd say, right?
Yeah, they spawned the ball. I thought he would have
I
another
did
yard
too.
or two.
Absolutely, I did too. Ashwaubenon leading Southwest 35-0. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
We'll see Green Bay Southwest later this season.
Yes, we will. And do we have another timeout call? Yes, we do. Another
So,
timeout on 3rd and 4.
We will step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. $21-0. Menasha leads Manitowoc. Air down and distance tonight brought to you by Gandrud West Mason Value Center. Find the right vehicle at the right value for your money. Complete inventory online at gandrudwest.com.
So 3rd and 4 for the Menasha Blue Jays from about the 37-yard line. Leading at 21-0 here. 6.5 left to go in the first half. Another low snap, collision in the backfield, gets it away, and the first down will be achieved by Parker Wynot.
That was a terrific play to pick up that first down. Everything was going wrong.
Absolutely.
With that play.
Everything. The collision in the backfield, the snap, everything was going wrong back there. And then somehow they salvaged it. So a first down at the 30.
Yeah. Keeps this drive going.
Nice job everybody that touched the football on that.
Everyone that was involved.
Everyone involved.
Even though you didn't think you're going to be involved.
No, that was something special.
That's just the way we drew it up.
That's the way it's going tonight for Menasha.
So 1st and 10 from the 30. Legal looking left, and he's going to air one out, and nobody home. Maybe a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, receiver was looking totally to the inside. It was really good coverage on the part of the Manitowoc defensive back. Quarterback threw it out in that left corner of the end zone, basically, but the receiver was looking to his inside. You know, sometimes you'll do that where the receiver will basically change the route on his own because of the coverage. And sometimes the quarterback will assume. So sometimes you look at something.
Well, they were both right.
They were both right, yeah, exactly.
Because the receiver had the step on the inside, and it was wide open on the outside.
On the outside, you're right. Yeah, they had two options, but they just took divergent paths.
Divergent?
Divergent.
I think that's the first time you've used that.
It's the first time I've used that, and it won't be the
Screen.
last. Oh, and a flag. Roughing a takedown. Not a roughing, but a takedown on the part of Menasha. And the penalty against him.
We got a player shaken up on this one as well. And it's Jonathan Younger. And actually there's a Manitowoc Lincoln player down as well.
Younger gets up. He comes off the field. So he's holding his arm or shoulder. There is a Manitowoc player still down that their trainers are looking after.
While the trainers check on them, we'll take a timeout and let them go to work. Oh, actually, let's keep it here. Let's keep it here. It's good to see him get up, so keep it here for a moment, and that is...
Walk out of the field, Javier Reyes Quintana.
Yeah, there was a pretty big collision.
Yeah, it really was. But then in the backfield, that's where the flag came from. One of the Menasha players did a takedown on one of the Manitowoc players.
We'll get the official
like
word
a body
here.
slam.
Yeah, but I thought the flag came in before that, so maybe it was.
It did. You're right. It did. It did.
Get this sorted out. Let's hear from Al Wenig.
Xavier leading Freedom now 31-3. Freedom had gotten off to a really good start this year.
Didn't hear the call, though.
I did not either.
Yeah.
So second down and what?
20.
20 even? Yeah.
Ball back to the 40-yard line.
Halfback has it.
Oh, what a spin. And room down the sideline to roam and pushed out near the 5-yard line. What a spin move.
Elijah Jiegel. Wow, what a play. What a move. I mean, there were red shirts all around him.
That was quite the move.
That was a little bit of an old school move, wasn't it?
That was a video game move.
That was a video game move. That certainly was. That was pretty incredible. Wow.
Let's watch.
Take another look at it.
Get your joystick out.
Yeah, I didn't think this was going anyplace. And then he
button,
does that.
left button, spin.
Complete 360. Wow, incredible.
So first and goal from the 4-yard line. Full house for the
First
Blue
man
Jays,
through,
and
touchdown.
diving in for the touchdown. Blue Jays.
Elijah Jiegel, why not? I mean, he brought him there, right there, number 24. That was outstanding. Outstanding individual efforts. Overcame the 15-yard or the 10-yard penalty. Took it down in 2 plays. So Menasha completely in control of this ball game. Manitowoc had a shot getting down to about the 10-yard line, missed the field goal, and now we're in serious trouble. And it looks like offsides. Yeah, it might be a legal procedure. And it is. Well, these men in stripes are earning their paycheck tonight, aren't they?
As they do every night.
A lot of penalties in this ballgame.
We've mentioned it before, a lot of opportunities to be an official in high school football.
They've contacted me. If I'm not in the booth, they'd like me on the field, Teddy. A lot of them. Extra point low, but goes through.
28-0. Menasha leads Manitowoc Lincoln. You're watching Showdown. With 28-0, Menasha leading Manitowoc Lincoln, and Elijah Giggle showing some moves on that drive and finishing it off.
Southern Door
Coach
leading
Forth.
Michigan 22-0. Getting some more scores in. Tough night for the Green Bay schools, Teddy. Notre Dame leading Green Bay East 48-0.
Yeah, that Notre Dame team is pretty good, and I think a lot of people in this conference, the FRCC South, looking towards that Week 7 matchup when Menasha and Notre Dame meet. Last year they split.
Right. That'll be a dandy.
Yeah.
Actually, we did the playoff game here last year, I believe. Notre Dame, when Menasha knocked off Notre Dame. Or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
But,
See, I'm at that age where everything seems like it was a year ago. It's like,
sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, John, that was like, what was that?
That's a loose.
I think so, too. It's a live ball. Because the refs did not stop the clock.
The kicker made contact,
He
right?
did make contact. Okay, I've watched 8 million football games. I've never seen this before. He makes contact. Twice he made contact.
Kicked it backwards.
So it's Manitowoc's football.
Yeah, I hear some people calling for offsides, but if he makes contact first,
right?
Like he stepped over the ball and it went backwards.
Exactly. He made the contact. Huh. Wow.
You've seen that before, you said?
Never in my entire life have I ever seen that before.
So
have you?
We go back to so that surprised you.
That surprised me. Yes. First surprise since 1988.
From the 37, they go for the deep ball on that first play, and
I'll tell you what, well covered, but holy wow. Did that quarterback just throw that ball about 50 yards with no effort? Did he just lay that out there?
Might see a little bit more of that.
Wow.
Most of their passes so far have kind of been underneath in this game.
Well, that's the first time he's had time in the pocket, too. Bailey was the intended receiver.
Good point.
Going with 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Kind of a stack formation on the right.
And there's that pressure.
Yeah,
that's what you were just referring to.
Yeah, it looked like they had something going there, but then one of the big fellas, Elijah Phillips, comes in. Big number 60 makes a stop. Loss of 4. We're up to 3rd and 14. Got the 4 wide receivers on the left. Won't be surprised to see that bubble screen over here once again. They got Storms, who's so quick.
Yeah, changing the play again here. Coach Enns calls out the audible.
And there it is, kind of a bubble screen. Doesn't get a lot there. There wasn't much room on the inside. That's what they were looking for. So a gain of about 4, so it'll be 4th down and 10 now.
Yeah, they've got some talented receivers, and they're trying to get the
ball in their hands and let them do things. Yeah. You're exactly correct. Thought the same thing.
But that pressure up front, there's Coach Enns. The pressure coming up front has just made it really difficult for the Sheriff's offense.
Yep.
So 4th and 10. 4 down territory for you, Johnny.
Oh, absolutely.
My Gator.
Nice
over the middle and
little behind the receiver, but should have caught it. No question. Brett Danielson that time, intended receiver. Another nice ball by the quarterback, though. Threw it in traffic, really threaded the needle nicely.
Hey, I want to thank our friends over at Whit Ford. From our lot to your driveway, our tools are great to help you find that vehicle that you've been looking for quickly and easily. Whit Ford, your trusted Ford dealer.
I trust them, Teddy. I thought you were going to get those guys up in the box one game. The brothers. Are they brothers or cousins? Brothers? Are they brothers?
Well, we can if we can get them in the booth, you can ask all the questions.
They're your guys? They're brothers, right? Or is that just on TV?
I don't
All
know.
right. Okay.
We're
Wow.
going to work on this.
Wow.
We're going to work on this for you.
I would think you'd take better care of your clients. That's all I'm saying. On a more personal note. Big hole. He might be gone. No, dragged down at the 40. Taken down with a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah,
Gabriel
Nenelo. Yeah, if Nenelo didn't get him.
Yeah, he was gone. Yep, he was gone. Big hole. Look at the size of that hole.
Elijah
right there.
Giggle.
Yeah. So ball on the 40-yard line. Seems like one of those nights where there's just lots of blowouts around the area, Teddy, after reading these scores.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
You're seeing that more and more in high school.
I know. And fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's about what he did. Lincoln brought a little bit of a run blitz that time, Teddy. They brought their outside linebacker up from the left side. And I think they wanted that play to go right, but when they saw that white jersey there, they realized that they had sniffed that one out. So it was a good defensive call on the part of Manitowoc in that play. So 2nd and 10 from the 40. One man left, one man right. 3 people in the backfield along with the big fullback. Saw something on the news about Alec Ingold, former Bayport superstar. About ready to sign a new contract. Beautiful pass.
Looking for the house, finding the house. Touchdown, Blue Jays.
Alex Caprath. Number 14, Alex Caprath, just runs a deep slant.
Ty Schwarzkopf,
Oh, I'm sorry.
number 13.
You're right. I had the wrong number. Ty Schwarzkopf. Sorry about that, Ty. Don't send the general after me. But he takes it to the house. Ty Schwarzkopf. Big play. Made a nice move. Simple pattern. And takes it in for the score.
40 yards on the reception that time for Schwarzkopf. And now the extra point.
Is good. He's been perfect.
Yep, 35-0. 3:03 remaining.
Well, there's not much more Manitowoc can do, I don't think, to stop this Blue Jays offense.
Yeah.
But what they've got to do is find a way to just move the chains, get in rhythm, get something going, build something positive. That's how you forget the 35 points on the board right now. Every play, do you make that play better than your last play? Those sorts of things.
Well, a lot of smiles on that Blue Jay sideline tonight, that's for sure. And even before the game, tonight's Smile Cam brought to you by North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile.
That little guy wasn't going to smile.
And just...
You've got nice teeth, Teddy. Did you have braces when you were young? You had
No.
braces, didn't you? You're
No.
one of those rich kids that had braces, weren't you?
No.
Yes or no?
Now, have you
No?
looked at my smile?
You got nice smile. You got good teeth. You got good teeth.
Well, thanks.
I used to be
I
proud
could
of my teeth.
Probably go
I
visit
used
Dr.
to be,
Pete.
Used to be proud of my teeth.
Help me
Before
out a little bit.
Before I drank a lot of coffee.
Yeah?
Seems to have stained them. I'm surprised. Well, you didn't dip, did you?
No.
Did you chew?
No.
I mean, being a farm kid from Iowa, some of you guys.
Not a farm kid
True.
from Iowa.
I mean, you'd always have that little that thing in the back pocket,
No.
the little circle where the
No.
Copenhagen would be type
No,
of
sir.
thing, or the skull, or
Nope.
whomever they were. No? All right. Thought that was you back in the day.
No. Don't encourage that, my friend.
You have teeth like mine. That's not a good thing.
So,
What is, they're talking to the coaches. Would they be talking about a running clock, Ted? Can you have that in the first half?
I thought,
I have no idea what-
it was second half.
They were, but I mean, officials were talking to both coaches.
Yeah.
I did see that.
You know, it could be a mutual agreement on that, but
Well, with 3:03 left, now another stoppage by the officials.
we're going to reset the play clock.
And they're coming in to talk to the kicker.
Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know. We are certain of one thing. We don't know. Let's see if they try another pooch here. That would be something I hadn't seen before 3 in a row. Nope. Whoa.
Yeah.
It is
That
kind
went
of.
off
Yeah,
one of the front guys.
and I think that Saul ends with the return. Nice job of handling that line drive. If there's such a thing as a in-the-air pooch, that would be it. And a flag on the play. And they're talking over by the Manitowoc bench.
Well, while they discuss this, we'll let you know that all things gold, silver, and platinum, well, that's Fox Valley Coin and Diamond. We are the Fox Valley experts, Vakes, Fox Valley Coin and Diamonds.
The officials are in a group discussion right now in front of the Manitowoc bench.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, receiving team, 15 yards, first down.
Well, again, we talked about what Manitowoc just needs to do is get rid of their own self-inflicted wounds. That's another one just right there. I mean, incredible number of penalties against them so far tonight. That's not good.
I didn't see anything there, John.
I didn't either, to be honest with you.
And
it could have been words.
Frustration.
Could have been
you
words.
Don't know what was
the wrong
said
word.
down there.
You
so.
never know. But I think they just got to get settled down and just like I said, just one play at a time. Let's improve as a football team here. You can't get overly frustrated and cause more problems. And now another timeout call by the officials. And now they're going to talk to the Menasha coach. Oh, I think are they switching footballs? I saw him bring that. Well, they already did that, so I don't know.
And now Jeremy Korth will join the discussion. Longtime head coach here.
It's been a few Korths that have gone through this program, haven't there been?
Yeah.
Between coaches and players.
Well, Coach Korth is 16th season as the head coach of Menasha, 23rd overall. He was an assistant for several years.
And then, of course, one of their coaches that was had so much success here at a fairly short time passed away, which was a real tragedy.
Yeah, Coach Westfall.
Coach Westfall.
Actually, we'll have a story coming up.
Yep.
On a legacy. Coach Westfall, that's coming up at halftime.
Oh, he
so
breaks
stick
the
around.
tackle nicely.
And flags,
another flag.
Flags again.
And I'll tell you what, he just fought about as hard as you could fight for a 2-yard loss. I give him all the credit in the world. That young man right there. Beasley. Look at this. Gets away from that one somehow. Gets close to the line of scrimmage. Gets away from that one. Takes it up, then knocked out of bounds.
Side block, offense, 15 yards, still first down.
Yeah, so I mean it's getting sloppy now and frustration setting in. And you're right. I mean, you got to go back to just getting back to discipline,
Yep.
and it's really tough. I think both coaches looking forward to halftime to just kind of reset with the guys. Hey, the situation is what it is. We can learn from this. We can get better in the second half as we move forward, but we got to do it together, and we got to stay sharp mentally on this
And
right
close
now.
out the half with a half-decent drive. I'm just anything like that. Any positive marks. Screen pass. He's got some blockers up front.
And the biggest play of the game so far for Manitowoc near the 50-yard line.
Across the 50-yard line. There's that young man again that fought so hard, Mac Beasley, 5'4", 154 pounds, and another flag on the play. Oh, it's getting ridiculous. Beautiful play on Beasley's part. Penalty against Manitowoc. I didn't hear him. Did you, Ted? The referee? He was just making it, yelling to the... we'll see. But another huge penalty wipes out their biggest play of the ball game so far. Wow. From the 50 back to the 24. And are we going to get an announcement? We are not.
So all the way back, John, to the 24-yard line.
So first and a bunch.
We'll call it 14.
Nice job
By
eluding
Mike Gator to buy a little time here.
Has a chance.
Oh, good job on the defensive back there. There were a couple of them. Somebody can't tell which one got his hand in there.
Yeah, there were two defenders back there, but I thought maybe, a fight for the ball, go up for it, see what could happen. Thought it would have a chance at it. So that'll come back. Be 2nd down and 14. Young man's got a nice arm, though, doesn't he? I mean, he lays it out there nicely. Kind of effortlessly. It's not like one of those big wind-up sort of guys. Just kind of flicks it out there. Rush again. There's 44 and another flag. Okay, Colt Calkins has just had a monster ball game. Number 44. Another flag called holding.
That penalty's declined. 3rd down.
He'll be in the end zone.
Just going to back him up to the 12.
So they're on the 12-yard line, and they have to get to the 39 for a first down.
And they originally had it.
Yes, they did. On their biggest play of the first half. You're right.
Back.
Yep.
So Mike Gator
open.
Again.
Nice ball. Nice catch. Outstanding going up for it. Jack Bauer.
Mike Gator's pass is complete. Jack Bauer hauling it in.
Nicely done.
Well, you're looking for positive plays here.
Right, there's one right there. You bet. Build off that. Although being 4th down, pretty tough to build off that, but
at the 28-yard line.
It's a minute 40 and counting down. Do you think those kinds of offenses, Ted, it takes time to, you know what I mean? That's a tough offense early in a season to really have down pat. Really is.
Yeah, you've got no extra help in the backfield.
Right. So you got 4 wide receivers right, 1 left, and they're going for it evidently on 4th and 12. Although, again, he's also the punter. They're getting the play in from the side, the call from the sidelines.
And he's up pretty close if he's going to try to punt.
Right, he's only like 5 yards back from the center, so you wouldn't even be able to. And now a timeout called.
Like a timeout.
By Manitowoc. So I would assume they're going to. Actually, I think they were just trying to kill some clock there, to be honest with you. If they're getting the ball back to Menasha. Yeah. That's all they were planning on doing.
Probably going to have some pretty good field position.
Right.
Well, tonight's Instant Replay is brought to you by Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese in Little Chute.
How did the crew like those pizzas you brought them last week, or 2 weeks ago? Loved them, didn't they?
Loved them.
I had the, what did I have?
Did you try the tailgater?
Tailgater.
Yeah.
Which I'd never had before.
Yeah. But all the different cheeses that they have there.
I know.
Well, you had some beef sticks.
Yep.
A pretty good selection of everything over there, don't
I didn't know they had hot food there, too. They'll grill you up a sandwich.
Yeah.
We didn't have time.
Grilled cheese.
I was going to have the grilled chicken cheese. That looked phenomenal. Is there anything better than grilled cheese on thick bread with a glass of chocolate milk from a bottle?
I would take the thinner bread.
No, I'm going to, with grilled cheese, you got to have the thick bread with the really, where that cheese just
I'm looking
melts,
for the thinner,
goes down your
bunny
chin.
white bread.
Oh, you remember bunny bread?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was the only guy old enough to remember bunny bread.
Bunny white bread.
Oh, wow. Did not know you knew bunny bread.
They will go for it on 4th and 12. And
it's incomplete.
A little contact early on.
Yeah, there was. Jordan Storms, the intended receiver. So they will take over. And actually, no time came off the clock. So they called the timeout with 1:05. So here we go. Menasha with the ball now on the 27-yard line. Do you go for the kill right now, Teddy, or do you just kind of take it into the locker room?
Well, you got to keep playing.
Okay.
I don't think you're taking a knee here.
3 wide receivers left. 1 right.
From the 28.
Has a man at the 20.
And did make the
21
catch.
Did make the catch.
Yeah,
did a nice
it was
job
low.
that time. Very low, but he went down nicely. Made
them Schwarzkopf again.
Yep.
Great job. So 2nd and 3, inside a minute to play here in the first half.
Open
Yeah,
again.
dangerous pass there. A defender was
Parker.
coming in, and it was caught by Parker Wennett. So inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone from the 13.
Not much. I'll tell you what. He looked up, and he had 3 red and white jerseys in his face. So well defensed that time by Manitowoc. They must have known that was coming. He literally had one guy on the outside, one right in front of him, one on the inside. So timeout called by Menasha.
That was Jonathan Younger with that reception. U.S. Cellular is giving away $20,000 for a distraction-free vacation. To enter and for official rules, go to 20kvacay.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Wow, Teddy, the Southwest Menasha game,
Yeah.
50-0. It's not even halftime.
There are no close games tonight. Are
Wow,
there?
none.
Have you seen any?
No, I have not seen a single close game tonight.
Yeah.
Every single one has been a blowout. Well, the closest one is De Pere and Pulaski, 18-14. De Pere with the lead.
Yeah.
Other than that, Notre Dame 48-0 over Green Bay East. I mean, just wow. Just one of those nights.
Yeah. So 2nd and 8 from the 11. And
And
Another flag?
be holding in the end zone.
well, I don't know what the official record is for most flags in a
But
showdown
this-
game.
It's got,
It's up there.
Half the distance. Still second down.
well, remember we had that one crew, I forget where it was, where they called about 14 holding penalties?
Yeah.
Remember that? And I talked to the coach after the game. He said, "Wait, we didn't do one thing
Yeah.
different than we did."
This is different.
This is different.
This game's
I know that, but I'm just saying. But that was our most ever, I think. And I forget where it was, but I remember that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's De Pere 18, Pulaski 7. De Pere 18, Pulaski 7.
So not as close as you thought.
But that's about as close as there is in looking at this scoreboard. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Yeah. Every once in a while, you get a week
Yeah,
like
one
that.
of those nights, yep. But let's be honest with you. Let's be honest with each other. When we're both out there schlepping around with cameras on our shoulders and we're trying to cover like 3 games in a night and go one place and race another, man, did that make the job that much easier.
Well, what's your record? From your
I got there for kickoff. Green Bay West High School kickoff return for a touchdown. Got my car, went to the next game.
Yeah.
You?
Did 5 or 6 games
In one night?
in one night.
That's
and
incredible.
anchored.
And close to the end zone. Is that Younger with the catch? Yes, it was.
Clock is still ticking here.
Might have to down it, or they have a timeout. Okay, so timeout called, evidently, by Menasha. Why would the clock be stopped if there wasn't? Okay,
Was there some confusion on how many timeouts they had left?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what's going on. I can literally say I don't know what's going on. But if I was Menasha, if I was Manitowoc, I wouldn't be real happy if the clock stopped.
so here we go. They put 17 on the clock,
Okay.
and then they
So they
spike it.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then. And
So that's going to bring up 3rd down.
the coaches keep looking up this way. Do you see that, Ted? I don't know if they're looking at their assistants in the box or what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure if. Well, that wasn't a first down, was it?
No. Nope. Because he gained about 4. So it's 2nd and goal from the 2. Actually, the 1.
Yeah, second goal from the 1.
Okay. And now there's 11 seconds.
go-
And Lone behind him. Looking for a quick slant from the left side.
So
That
now
was
it'll bring up
incomplete.
3rd down.
Yes. From about 1.5 yards. It's been a strange game so far, Teddy, hasn't it, though? A little bit? A little?
Yeah. It's
what time is it?
It's almost 8:30 there.
You know what I'm going to do at halftime? I'm going to shave.
Well, let's see what Menasha does here with just under 9 seconds and now a timeout. I was kind of wondering if Manitowoc might use that last timeout, and they will. And make sure they got everyone on the same page. And that'll give us a moment to say hello to our friends at Gandrud West, down and distance course, brought to you by our friends from Gandrud West, Mason Value Center, with a no-hassle, no-haggle philosophy, meaning you get one low price always. Shop GandrudWest.com today.
Well, you mentioned you got some halftime reports coming up tonight, Teddy, from a couple of your on the street reporters. You know, I like the idea of
NBC 26 neighborhood reporters.
Yes, I think that's a great idea, having somebody like live in a community, really get to know the community, and then report on that community. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, and we've been able to introduce you to some of those neighborhood reporters through Showdown. We always enjoy getting to know them a little bit more.
And a couple of good stories.
And who knows, maybe we'll have a little more time in the second half to get to know them even a little bit more.
We may. We may squeeze it in. Okay, so your sophomore year in high school.
So 3rd and goal. Both teams are out of timeouts now.
Quarterback keeper in the works? Nope.
And they get in.
Another touchdown for that young man.
Giggle
with another touchdown. He started it off.
So his second of the night. Short yardage. It's Mr. Giggle again.
He's had some big plays in this first half, I'll tell you that. And they just go with kind of a full house stack backfield that time. Gets a great lead block, just an outstanding lead block, which opened the door. Biggest deficit of halftime for our career? I think so.
It's right up there.
Yeah. Extra point is good.
It's right up there, 42-0. Well, free of charge, walk in for an injury assessment and immediate evaluation by the Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team. Save the cost of an ER or urgent care visit for sports injuries for every member of your family. Play like a kid, heal like a pro. Bellin Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
And they've done a great job with us over the years, haven't they? Just fantastic. All the different doctors we've had on and physical therapists. And you know what I thought was interesting? I remember last year we asked about this, Ted. I forget who it was. And I said, I know a lot of college athletes that are majoring. Just when you go through media guides and you see what they're making. And he said, that's like our number one farm system is athletes, college athletes going into that profession. He said, that's really, really what's keeping them going these days.
Yeah. You know, the high school athlete, the college athlete, they know how to take care of their time.
They speak the same language.
Prioritize their time and set their mind to something. Big hit there.
Another pooch. At about the 30-yard line, so we're going to see the young man with the rifle arm launch one about 50 yards, or do you take a knee here, Teddy? Might as well.
I'm going to throw one down the field.
I think so, too. You know what I would do? I would run 4 wide receivers as fast as they can run, and I would roll him out to the right and let it fly.
Which would normally be unusual. Well, we've seen that just about.
I know, right, yeah. That's a good point. But I would just do that, all straight down the field, and let's see what happens. Because he's got an outstanding arm. Both quarterbacks do.
See how they want to handle this one. Yep, they will put 4. We're going to go back to that.
Going to that diamond formation. We saw that on the second play of the game. We haven't seen it since. So diamond formation on the left side. Yeah, he's got a man wide open.
Top.
Yeah. Oh, look at
and
this.
on
Look
his
at
feet.
this.
One man to beat it. Goodbye. The Ships are on the board.
Mac Beasley. What a nice job for that young man. He's been playing his heart out tonight. What a big play for him. Congratulations.
Well, we said at 2.9 seconds.
You got to be kidding me. Tell me there's not a flag on the play. Tell me there's not a flag.
Well, there's one on the field, but
all right, they're still walking towards the end zone, and the Manitowoc players there is a flag on the field. As Manitowoc has...
Yeah, I think the touchdown's going to stand.
I do too.
Yeah,
On the back. Defense. Half the distance, Roy.
just watching the body language of the officials, they look like they're maybe a little frustrated here
call
too.
It a night. Yeah. So
a lot of penalties.
What
in
a
this
nice
one.
play to end the first half for Manitowoc, though. Good for them. And I'll tell you what, like I said, that Beasley had one of the most determined runs to lose 2 yards a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, that's what we said. You don't take a knee here.
No!
Let it go.
We were both in agreement.
Yeah,
this
without
time.
a doubt.
We were both in agreement. But I love that.
You never know.
I love that diamond formation. That was cool.
It's like an out of bounds play. It reminds me of a basketball.
Yeah. Oh, they're in the diamond formation again, going for 2. But he looks to the right side, has a man open.
And
the conversion is good.
2-point conversion is good.
Yeah, that was nicely done. He completely looked to the left, then came back to the right. And that's Julian Bailey with the reception for the 2-point conversion. There you go. Go into the locker room feeling good about something that happened and build off of that. Nice job of no quit.
First half has come to a close. Menasha with a big lead, but hey, Manitowoc goes into the locker room with something positive on their side of the board. You're watching Sports Showdown on TV 32. (42-8). It is Menasha leading Manitowoc Lincoln. Manitowoc with a little burst there in the final 2.9 seconds of that half to make it a 34-point game. We've got our NBC 26 neighborhood reporters on staff tonight. Darby McCarthy helping us out tonight. Good to see you again, Darby. What do you got for us?
Thanks. Good to be back. Well, some people are born to do something, and I got to meet Carson Miller, who was born to play for Menasha. You'll hear about it. On the field of Nathan Calder Stadium, the Menasha Blue Jays prepare for a big showdown game.
50% of our coaches probably played for the Menasha Blue Jays, and the other 50% wanted to play for the Menasha Blue Jays.
Around here, there is immense pride in playing for this team. But for junior Carson Miller, it's a little different.
Football's always been in Carson's family.
Carson's grandfather is Brad Westfall, and he is one of 2 coaches that helped turn Menasha's record around when he took the job in 2001. Before Coach Westfall and Coach Korth, the Blue Jays had a 0-27 record.
We're going to go see my grandfather's plaque that Coach Korth put in a couple years ago. It's just a way to have him memorable to Menasha and the football family. So, yeah. I think I got the jawline for sure.
Carson went to Kimberly for his freshman year of high school, but he says it never felt like the right fit. He says joining Menasha was an honor, especially after growing up watching the games his grandfather coached on this very field.
Culture matters here, so it's a good way to show it. If you look at our walls. We like to show what we accomplished, you know what I mean? And I mean, really, if you just look around, 100% leave it on the field. Like, you know what I mean? Culture wins right there. Like, it shows.
Carson knows football runs in his family, and he has aspirations to play in college and beyond. But for now, he says he is on the right path.
I wasn't meant to be a paper maker. I was meant to be a Blue Jay.
Reporting in Menasha, Darby McCarthy, NBC 26. Yeah, so Coach Westfall has really been a big name out here, but Carson's not just related to him. His dad played football, his uncle, his cousin, and his cousin is actually still currently coaching here as well. So big family legacy.
Without a doubt. Darby, we really appreciate that story. Great job this week covering Menasha. We look forward to more of your stories on NBC 26.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. Halftime continues. When we come back, we'll check in with our neighborhood reporter from Manitowoc. Preston Stober is on deck. That's coming up next. Halftime in Menasha. It's been all Blue Jays tonight. 42-8 at half on our U.S. Cellular scoreboard. Let's head down to our NBC 26 neighborhood reporter from Manitowoc, Preston Stober, joining us once again. Hey, Preston, know you were hanging out with the Ships this week. What do you got?
Yeah, so this week I was able to talk with a couple different people from the team. One of the coaches actually was a former player of the Packers. It's a big game tonight, but he was able to play in a game a little bit bigger. It's called the Super Bowl. I was able to talk with him a little bit this week.
I've been on a lot of places playing football. You name it, I've probably been there.
After a long NFL career, mostly in Green Bay and Tampa, Smith knew he wanted to coach when the opportunity knocked on his front door.
My neighbor is actually the linebackers coach here, Dana. Just came over to my house one day. He's like, hey man, he's like, you want to coach some offensive line for us? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. And I've been absolutely loving it ever since.
Now known as Coach Smith, Evan uses his playing days to teach his players growth.
You know, I share my experiences with them. I share what it took to get to where I was, and you know, if they want to buy in 100% and try and go that path, I'm more than happy to help them walk that path.
One of those players learning from the NFL veteran is Manitowoc left guard Aiden Thiel.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, wow, this coach is like, he's crazy. He knows what he's doing. He's done it before. It's awesome.
As a coach, Smith thinks back to the Super Bowl 45 winning Packers team and what it takes to be great.
Shows the perseverance of like what you can do as a team and what happens when guys start believing in each other and come together.
Oh, one more. Yeah. There you go. Done.
It is a culture. It is a learning process. You don't just show up one day and you're great at something. I'm going to coach these kids to the best of my ability, and if I can help them learn some life lessons along the way, that's really what I want to do.
Coach Smith has been all around the country playing and coaching football, having a lot to do with it, but he believes he found a home here in Manitowoc. Back to you guys.
Very good story. I enjoyed that, but I'll tell you what, he still seems to have some of that fire, doesn't he?
He does. He does. He still does. I think of that. He really has that Super Bowl feel. He's got that Super Bowl ring still with him. You can tell that he's been around the block as far as football goes.
And I think, you know, just listening to the players talk about him, I mean, they're still kind of starstruck, too, that you got a former Packer on the staff.
They do. They really love it. I was able to talk with offensive lineman Aiden Thiel, who you saw in the story. He said that it's surreal. He never thought that he'd be able to learn from a former champion, and he's a Packers fan as well. So everybody just really loves having him around, and he knows what he's doing. I mean, that's for sure.
You bet. Hey, thanks a lot, Preston. We're going to check in with you a little bit later in the game, but thank you, NBC 26 neighborhood reporter from Manitowoc. All right, it is halftime here in Menasha. Blue Jays up big over the Ships. Blue Jays up big, 42-8 on the U.S. Cellular scoreboard tonight. It is halftime. Let's take a look at some of those highlights, a lot of them from Menasha, John.
Yeah, it started early, right off the bat. They got the nice play right here. Really read it well to the left, then come back to the right-hand side. The big fullback, Ryan Johnson, snuck out of the backfield. Then another nice job by the quarterback there, who had a big first half. Logan Legal taking it in for the score. Then another nice save. Look at this, how he gets away from these people. Incredible how many tackles that he eluded on that play. And they just kept rolling. Nice pass right there. Talk about a timing pattern, Teddy. That's Schwarzkopf with the touchdown for Menasha. Menasha just kept piling it on, and they just scored real late in the first half. That was Giggle with the touchdown. Again, right there. But how about this play? Basically the last play of the first half. What an amazing job by that man right there. Number 30, who takes it to the house. That's Mac Beasley for the touchdown. They got the 2-point conversion. That's where we're at halftime right now. 42-8. We've been talking the whole first half, or at least the second quarter, about Manitowoc just needed to do something positive to build on. And that's how they did in the very last two plays of the first half.
Well, we'll see how they respond as they come out in the second half. That's coming up after this timeout. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Well, back at Calder Stadium on a gorgeous night for Friday night football. Hard to believe week 3 of the high school football season, but we're glad you're with us.
And some schools haven't started school.
They haven't.
That's amazing. 3 games in and you haven't gone to class yet.
I'm Ted Stefaniak. That's John Mino.
Hello. Want some other scores real quick, Teddy?
Yeah, what do you got?
Xavier 41-3 over Freedom. Wrightstown 34-13 over Winneconne. De Pere 18. Pulaski 14. Southern Door 22-0 over Michigan. Notre Dame 48-0 over Green Bay East. Westy Pier 41-0 over Green Bay West. And that's about it for right now. So, yeah.
Notre Dame? Did you have a Notre Dame?
I had it, and now I lost it. Why do you have to do that? Notre Dame 22-0 over Green Bay East.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, now it's update 48-0 over Green Bay East.
All right.
What are those city schools going to do, Teddy? East and West. I feel bad for them. Those kids try as hard as any other kids, and just tough competition for them, though. That league is just tough, and their enrollment is the size that, it puts you in.
Second half now underway. This one fielded at the 30 and scooting out to the 50-yard line. And, hard to believe we're starting with a flag here.
Started off with a flag. Holding call against Manitowoc. And I'll tell you what, that was, well, I'm not going to say anything. Let's just say the man.
Holding, return team. 10 yards, spot of the foul.
Yeah, I mean, for some schools, it's getting tougher and tougher to compete.
I mean, it really is. I mean, it's just.
But I think if you keep the focus on what the meaning of high school athletics is all about.
I understand that, but it can't be fun going out there on a Wednesday for practice when you just got pretty much throttled and got to go up against another tough team from the conference the following week.
Yeah.
I don't know what the solution is. I wish I had a solution.
Yeah. Well, there's only one team in each division that finishes the season with a win.
Well, that was poetic.
Yeah.
That was.
I'm trying to be positive for you. But hey, it's a learning experience. Win or lose, my friend.
Okay.
You play on winning teams?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just asking.
Why would you ask that? I've had an accusation to it somehow.
There is no accusation.
With that outside screen, Bailey once again.
And I think that's, if you're Manitowoc Lincoln, that's what you're looking for. Is just
absolutely
one play at a time.
Yep, that's right.
Just make some positive things happen.
Absolutely. Have something that feels good. Gain of about 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. 4 wide receivers wide right once again. And one behind the other on the far right side. Nice job by the quarterback that time. He looked and he saw the defender come up right away for Menasha. And he pulled it down. Real quick decision. Saw some daylight right up the middle. Pulled it down. Looks right there. Saw the defender. See some daylight. Nice run for a first down.
Max Mygator.
Diamond formation again over on the right.
Pressure coming once again. Yep.
He breaking some tackles.
Your guy, Beasley again.
I love that guy. Absolutely. I love him. Like I said, 5'4", 154 pounds, and tough nut.
All right,
as tough as anybody on the field.
We got an injured Blue Jay on the field, so while they attend to him, we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Well, the injured player was Quinn Ludvigsen. He was able to get up under his own power and walk off the field, so hopefully he's going to be okay. We go back to action here, just underway here in the third quarter. Low snap. Good job by Mygator to get that one away.
That had disaster written all over it. The snap, then picking up, trying to throw, overthrew his man. If there had been a secondary man on the outside edge, that would have gone the other way.
Well, and I was wondering if this was a forward pass as well. Was it
a good point?
The way this broke down.
Ooh,
it was pretty close.
Really close. Really,
it went out of bounds. So.
Yeah, it did. You're right. Yeah, I didn't catch that the first time.
We've
You're
seen
right.
some odd things tonight.
Yeah, we have. Oh. Tell you what, that was an example of a ball carrier doing a fantastic job at carrying out the fake, and he carried it out so well, he just got clobbered by the linebacker. You could hear it. Did you hear it, Ted? Up here. We heard that hit up here in the booth, and that is no lie.
Never heard a click and a thud together.
A thud like that. Wow. And all he was doing was carrying out his fake.
So a 4th down. They need 2 yards to keep the drive going. They're going to go for it, sitting on their own 49. Mygator comes up to the line. Now will back up. So he changed the play once again.
They're going to have to hurry here. Rush is on. Incomplete. had a receiver, number 3 over there, a little behind him, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and it was Jordan
Storms.
Storms looking for the flag, nothing coming. So the Blue Jays will take over here with 10:08 remaining in the third.
First two plays looked pretty good. Looked like they had a little something working.
Yeah. And again, I think you're just looking for those positive
Absolutely.
plays.
Would have been nice for them to get a first down there.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the chains moving a little bit, get a little bit more offensive rhythm. Because I'll tell you what, this Blue Jay offense has been in rhythm. From the first play of the ball game, they've been in rhythm. And it looks like a typical Menasha team, doesn't it? I know they really struggled against Neenah, but this looks like a typical Menasha team when you have a really athletic quarterback and let him make plays.
They start on the Manitowoc 49. The screen. And
Gain of about 8. Up to about the 41-yard line.
You get that to Younger.
Yep. Jonathan Younger with the reception. Called his name a bunch of times tonight. So second down and 2. How old is Calder Stadium, Teddy? Do you know? Because I remember when we first started coming here, it was all cement basically, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Remember the seats and everything?
Yeah. No, they did a great job to make the renovations, and we've talked about the field already. Yeah, great support in the community to make this happen, keep this historic stadium.
And we were talking to the gentleman before the game. He said no referendum, just business people stepped up.
Younger, and he's down. It popped out, but he was down first. But that's going to be a first down for the Blue Jays.
Up to the 35-yard line. I almost thought he got hurt for a second here with the way, right there, with the way he went down. Oh, that was close. Was he down?
Well, the official is right there. I'm not going to question it. You want to go down there?
No, I'm not going to question anything tonight. You know.
So first and 10 now from the 34. Menasha with a 34-point lead.
Has him in. Nice catch.
And connects.
Yep, nice ball, nice catch all the way around.
Once again, down to the 21.
Yep.
Wynant again.
Wynant with the catch.
Hey, there's Eddie Meyer on the camera tonight.
Fast Eddie. Longtime veteran of
Bet you he got
Showdown.
a great shot. Did we get a great shot of that from that camera?
I would
Eddie
think
Meyer?
if Eddie was there. Eddie's been doing this since 1959.
Well, and this is his first game this year.
Yes,
I don't know
first
if we're going to see him anymore, but he has
came out of retirement.
He has worked a game in every single season dating back to 1999 when Showdown began. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's like, I'm going to be out there
Just
for at
keep the
least one
streak-
game.
Keep the streak alive. Look
and
out.
here's a streak into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Jays.
What a nice job keeping his feet. Tight roping down the sidelines. Taking it in for the score. And I'll tell you what, this offense, like I said, they are just in such high gear. It's incredible right now.
I'll get another look at this one.
So I'll tell you what.
Zank?
Once he got his hands on the ball, did a great job. Jeremiah Zank with the score.
And they are celebrating
Yeah.
in Menasha.
I think a lot of kids in blue are going to get into the ball game tonight.
Christensen with the extra
He's
point.
got a leg too, doesn't he? All these high school kickers these days, just their legs are so strong.
That is good. 49-8. Blue Jays with a big lead. We'll be right back. Well, there's a blue moon, super blue moon the other day. I don't know if this has a special name tonight, but
I don't know, but you're right. The blue moon was a couple of days ago, correct?
a super blue moon.
Super blue moon. But I think this is still something, isn't it?
It looks like something.
Okay, it looks cool.
It looks
I will
great.
say this. I missed that day in astrology class. What? I did.
Super blue moon.
Or astronomy, not astrology. Astronomy, right? Which one? No
Astronomy.
wonder. No wonder I had to drop it.
Oh, you went to the wrong class. You were supposed to go to the astrology.
Oh, no
you went to
wonder.
astrology.
Yes. Found out I'm a Pisces. At least I learned something.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, we are in running clock time now. So.
Yes, we are. Nice return there. Trying to get it upfield. I'll tell you what, I like some of these players in this. I'm not going to put down anybody in high school. I never, ever will. But that Julian Bailey, he's got some moves. He's got some speed. He's got some want-to. There's some kids in this Manitowoc team. They're laying it all out on the table. No question about it. So explain the running clock, Teddy.
Well, it's over 35 points. And at 35 points or more, they'll go to a continuous running clock now.
By the way, I have an update. Pulaski 28, De Pere 24. That's one of the few close games tonight.
And we will
28-24.
We will see Pulaski later this season. Saw De Pere in the opening week, couple weeks ago, put on a great performance against Neenah. And this out to the 25-yard line.
End of about 6. There he is. That's my man, though. Number 30, Max Beasley.
Where you like to see him, keep going after each other.
Absolutely. Do you remember running back? You probably won't. Mac Heron played for the New England Patriots way back in the 70s, late 70s. You don't remember him?
No.
It's about the same size and exactly the same type of player. Oh. Look it up. Mac Heron.
Okay.
Nice ball.
First down for Manitowoc.
Right over the middle. Nice.
Well, what I was saying with
Bauer, with
playing hard is, sometimes, and we saw it a little bit at the end of that first half, some frustration setting in.
Right.
But I said, hey, get to the locker room.
Yep.
Coaches talk to everybody. Settle everyone down. Keep playing hard. Don't let the frustration get the better of you. Just keep working hard. And that's, again, high school football. That's the way you want to see it.
But you don't remember Mac Heron?
Not a bit.
Okay.
Not a bit.
Look out. Oh, boy. Oh. That was a sandwich. I mean, that was a quarterback sandwich.
Well, I mean, you've talked about it when he's had some time, and he hasn't had very much time at all tonight, Max.
Calkins once again, number 4, number 44, and number 8. Just unloaded on him. Miles Christensen, number 8. I mean, he just came in with his ears pinned back. Loss of almost 10 on the play, so second and about 19. Screen. Ooh, that was almost going back the other way. Well, he was looking for him. Pretty much they just want to put the ball in his hands and see what he could do with it, that being Beasley.
Well, I think we've only seen one turnover tonight, and that was on the
kick.
The
weird kick, yeah. Which is still one of the most bizarre plays I've ever seen. Wasn't it, though? Where he kicked it on the way back, sort of.
Well, that wasn't the turnover, was it? No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Wasn't it? It wasn't?
I don't know. We'll have to go back.
No, I think it was.
Yeah. But that's been the only turnover today.
Manitowoc got the ball after that, yes. There he is. Almost intercepted. Looked like he had a man open running the deep slant, but instead Parker Wynant stepped in and almost took it back to the house for a touchdown.
Yeah, those DBs are starting to –
Yeah,
they know they're going to make some passes here. The DBs are trying to time it up now.
They're ball hawking now. So 4th and 19. Do you go for it, Teddy, or do you punt?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You got running clock here. Down by 41.
Still not in punt formation.
Although my Gator.
No, they're going for it. To Bailey. And inches his way down the sideline, but short of the first down.
Turnover on down, so we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So 3:37 and ticking here as Menasha takes over on downs. They'll start this drive on the Manitowoc 39-yard line. Let's see if they want to keep it on the ground now. Well, but again, the clock's running.
The clock is running, and you want to and a flag. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Okay. False start. But you know what the thing is, though, too, Ted, when and I've had this, I've had people remember when I was doing the St. Norbert games, and they'd be up big like this, and they're still throwing or whatever. But the thing is, that is their offense. And like the coach, I remember it was Coach Pertil. He said, if I've got my backups in, we're going to run our plays.
Yep.
I mean, otherwise, if we have to put them in, because of an injury.
Yeah, you're still not out there with the first team, maybe in the second team.
Second, third teams, you still run your plays. Oof, what a hit. And a fumble.
Is it loose?
Wow, yes it was.
And the Blue Jays recovered.
Yeah, and we've got a man down. Wow. That was the second time we heard it up here. Not even a question. We heard that hit up here. So they do stop the clock for this, huh, Ted? So the clock is stopped right now for the injured player.
On the timeout, yep.
That was just a violent collision. Wow.
And the training crew out there attending to the young man.
He was on his knees, and then they put him on his back, basically, or he rolled over on his back. Let's hope he's okay. I didn't catch a number, to be honest with you, Ted.
I did not. I saw Ludvigson was the one who recovered the fumble.
Well, now he's sitting up. Well, that's good.
And that's Elijah Giggle.
Okay, you know what? He's going to walk up. He's actually going to jog off. He's running off the field, totally under his own power. So that's good to see.
Yeah, and
he's fine. Everybody giving him
the training staff will check on him on the sideline and make sure he's all right. And
yeah, but he's
had a nice game.
Really nice. Okay, so here we go. Menasha with the ball, 2nd and 8 on the 37. Boy, another nice run.
Yeah, dancing up the middle.
Keeping it up the middle.
Oh, it's still going.
Oh, my goodness.
How did he get out of that pile? He did, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
That was amazing.
Jeremiah Zank again.
His second touchdown, Jeremiah Zank. I had stopped looking at the play. I was trying to find who the number of the tackler, and how did he break free again?
Well, I got to see it on the Simons replay.
Right there, I thought he was down. Oh, he landed. You see what happened?
Yeah.
He landed on the offensive lineman.
Great job by the camera crew.
So his knees didn't hit the ground. Wow. Because it's like, I know I saw him flip in the air and go down. But landed right on his offensive lineman. I
did the same thing. I looked down for a second. And
I looked down to see who made the tackle.
Oh,
have we
goodness.
had a weird night tonight?
It has been. Great effort here. We got to take another look at this one. Jeremiah Zank. Upended.
Wow! That is amazing. Was that Eddie that got that?
That's Eddie's camera.
Steady Eddie. Wow, that was amazing.
Well, that's why I brought him out of retirement. Nice job, Eddie. Nice job, Mr.
That was unbelievable.
Zank.
You know, so often you see that happen where the guy, gets up and keeps running, trying to sell it.
Yeah.
But, something touched, a knee touched, a hand touched, something touched the ground. Absolutely nothing touched. And he had the presence of mind to realize nothing touched. Let's keep this going.
That was great.
That was incredible.
That was great. Where's Eddie? You got to give Eddie some credit there, too.
Salute to Eddie. Wow. Nicely done on a beautiful night. How come the clock's not running?
I don't know.
Okay.
There's Eddie.
There's Eddie. Nice job, Eddie.
We'll see you next year, Ed.
his token appearance.
Well, you can't beat that shot.
No, you can't.
Go back to your sports reporter days. If you get a shot like that on the field for the news, how you feeling?
Oh, phenomenal.
Oh!
And Eddie just gets clobbered with the kick.
Yeah. All right. Somebody wrap up that camera. Get Ed out of there.
Get him out of there.
You okay, Ed?
Oh, he's the man in the spotlight tonight. Oh. Every kickoff has been an adventure.
He just got you a really great highlight.
It was literally like the kicker was aiming for him, wasn't it? It was like he was aiming right for him.
Good job, Ed.
Wait a minute. Hey, held his ground.
He did.
He didn't bail.
No flinching.
He didn't bail.
John was ready to give you 2 for flinching.
That ball just kept getting bigger and bigger in the viewfinder. Yeah. And he held his ground.
And that's not a pleasant feeling when you see that.
No, when you see that thing coming, no, it's not.
You don't know all the guys coming after the ball.
You
Who's
have
around
no idea what else is going on. Oh, another nice. Look at this. Is he going to bust this?
At the 40, the 31 man to beat and brought down inside the 20. Another terrific run by Beasley.
That was incredible. Touchdown saving tackle by Ty Carlson. And tries to go for the strip at the same time. Watch this. Nice hole. Nice job blocking-wise. Number 71 did a nice job right there for Manitowoc, pushing his man out.
Love to see these guys playing hard.
Absolutely. No question about it. No question about it. Oh, look out.
And that's going to be they'll say incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete. Yeah, that would have been close to a fumble. Tell you what, he's taking some shots tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah. I thought that might be a fumble.
I did too. What?
Good call.
Oh,
good call.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know what you mean. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 19. I like this quarterback's arm, though. I really do. I like just the way he carries himself out there. You don't see him complaining. You don't see him whining. You don't see him, yelling at anybody.
Beasley again.
The middle for a couple, maybe 3. Inside the final minute of the third quarter here. If Manitowoc didn't have so many penalties tonight, if they could shore up that defense a little bit, this offense has some potential. I mean, there's some playmakers out there.
Yeah.
That's not a question mark. They got some kids that can do things.
You got a couple of young guys out there on the line, too, trying to clean that up. A little screen once again.
Got a chance.
Sol ends looking for the ends zone.
Oh, and another flag comes out. Come on.
Well, it was a good effort by ends.
It's a great effort.
Offense. 10 yards from the spot.
Manitowoc.
Still third down.
And that's the end of the third quarter. So we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So 56-8. Menasha leads Manitowoc Lincoln. Manitowoc backed up after that penalty as we start the fourth quarter. 56-8. And the chain crew, we're waiting for the chain crew to get down there. It's been a long night.
It's a long walk.
All right, are we set? All right, here we go. So it's the 3rd and 4 from the 13.
Screen.
And it's Beasley.
Touchdown.
In. Touchdown, Manitowoc.
Well, how about the night that fella's having? I'll tell you what, if I was a college recruiter, I'd be all over him. I really and truly would. He's got some serious ability and want to. So it's set up really nice. Quarterback took a hard shot right at the end there. Really hard shot.
Yeah, he's taking some hits tonight. Might be a ice tub tonight or tomorrow.
With all the flags thrown tonight, I'm surprised that wasn't one of them. And bounced around, and the extra point, no good.
All right, so we're going to step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. 56-14. Just under 12 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. We're in the fourth quarter, not the third. And it has been all Menasha tonight, but Beasley's put on a little bit of a show for Manitowoc. Nice little touchdown run for the Ships. So ready for the kickoff here. .42 lead. Checking on that running clock?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Injuries, timeouts, and scores, it stops.
Scores. There we go. And
a flag on the play.
After a nice return.
Not even a question of most flags we've ever had in a game in 22 years. No question.
So they'll mark this one off.
Smash. Kicking team. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
I think you got some new bodies in for both teams now. And
I would hope so. I would hope so.
We'll mark.
Did you ever when you're in basketball? Did you ever where the coach could put you with like 1 minute left to go? You ever had that?
No.
Did you? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I don't remember. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because I didn't. I didn't go in. I wouldn't go in.
Okay. You're going to tell that to Willis Reed?
Or was it Baroni?
Say Willis.
Willis. Nope. Who are you to tell me I have to go with the minute to play? Let me tell you something,
Coach,
Willis.
Put me in, man.
How big was Willis?
He's a giant.
6'10"?
Giant of a man.
280?
Terrific man.
Yeah.
So Menasha goes to work after the return and the face mask penalty. Martin walked off.
And off straight up the middle. We got a barn burner there. Pulaski now, 35-24 over De Pere. 6 minutes to go.
Yep.
It's one of those old Bay Conference matchups, isn't it? From the real old Bay Conference. When all those guys were together. Well, I still have a hard time thinking of Menasha not being in the conference.
But I think that's been so long now.
I know, but to me,
that there are people in the kids that are playing in high school have no idea what you're talking about.
I know, but when it was Nina, Menasha, Fond du Lac, all those schools, Appleton East, Appleton West.
That'll be a first down. We got Preston standing by.
Bo Thompson with another carry.
Does Preston have his IFB on? Yeah, we'll try to check in with Preston.
Or earpiece for those not in TV. IFB?
IFB?
Yeah. People are probably like, what's an IFB?
Did I say IFB?
Yes.
TV talk, behind the curtain.
Okay, I'm going to give you another update. Pulaski 35, De Pere 30. 5 minutes to go. So 35-30, Pulaski leading De Pere. Going to hear from Preston again shortly.
And right up the middle and inside the 25-yard line. We'll bring in Preston Stover.
He's coming into the ball game doing a nice job. Getting some big carries.
Preston, this Manitowoc Lincoln team. There's some history over at Manitowoc, and they're celebrating this year with their school building, aren't they?
They are. It said the school building turned 100 years old this week. I was able to cover it a little bit earlier, and yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful building. It's right on the lake shore. It's the team actually practices right in front of the building. It's pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience to be around.
I remember when I first came here, I was doing a fishing story on Lake Michigan with Big Al Sampson, and I remember seeing that and asking him what that was, and he told me it was a high school, and I thought to myself, wow, do they have some cool high schools in Wisconsin? I couldn't believe it. From out in the water looking at that being a high school. Just magnificent.
Yeah, my high school, I had a good view of a cornfield out back, so this one's a little bit better, but I think mine's a close second.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to high school in Ohio. I grew up in a farm in Ohio.
Okay. So you're a Buckeye.
What was that? Sorry.
You're a Buckeye.
I went to Cincinnati, actually.
Oh,
so
you're a
I grew up. I was a Bearcat. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll take you. How do you think Luke Finkel's going to do with Wisconsin?
Oh, well, I don't think he's going to do quite as good as he did with the Bearcats, obviously. I think we're going to thrive without him, but the only team that I'm thinking about tonight's wearing white and red right now, so that's all I care about.
The neighborhood reporter.
Attaboy.
That's a neighborhood
Way to be
reporter.
loyal to your neighborhood.
There you go.
And that was Bo Thompson with the carry for Menasha. Preston,
getting a
thank
lot
you
of
so
them.
much. Great job in Manitowoc and helping us out tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Preston.
7 minutes and counting here, John.
You know what Preston's going to notice about the Manitowoc area?
What's that?
If he has some great restaurants.
Yeah.
Some really good restaurants in that area.
You could show them around a little bit.
I could do that.
You're from that area now, aren't you?
I could do that. Yes, I could. Love the lakeshore. 2 rivers, Showdown Beach. It's fantastic.
And Bo Thompson again.
Take it to the 10-yard line, maybe the 9. You ever been to Lates in Manitowoc?
I don't think
Pretty
so.
close to the high school.
No, I don't think so.
Great fried cheese curds. Great fried cheese curds.
I cannot remember where I was. I've been there many times. Used to travel there with youth basketball.
Sure. Great place to bring
terrific
them.
gym.
Yeah. Oh,
big gym.
The high school?
Yeah.
Well, we did some tournament games there, remember?
Yeah.
You and I did? Years ago when we used to do high school basketball, which was fun.
It was.
A lot of fun. Saw some great players. Remember the era we had, Ted, where there were like 61 players from this area? Big stop, big hit in the middle.
There's Thompson on the carry again.
So winding this one down inside 6 minutes for this one.
Well, Menasha with a game coming up at Green Bay West and then Green Bay East, their next 2 games, Sheboygan South, and then kind of eyeing up that September 29th game against Notre Dame. And
big rivals, 2 teams that really play each other well. That's 6. Nope, taken down. Nice tackle over there, number 34, Gavin Lettenberger.
Manitowoc, well, they've got Sheboygan North coming up. Then they got to go to Bayport, Green Bay West, Sheboygan South, Green Bay East. They'll finish up their schedule with a home game against Notre Dame.
I know Gavin's grandparents are watching this ball game up at Wabi Lake.
Wabi Lake?
Wabi Lake.
There you go.
You ever been to Wabi Lake?
I think I have.
Great place.
I got to get out more.
You do.
You never invite me out.
Don't even. You never return my calls, my texts, nothing.
There's Thompson. Yeah, a
Stacked
little bobble there. Kind of threw off the timing of that one.
So Pulaski has the football with 2 minutes left on the De Pere 33-yard line. Keep giving you updates on that one.
Yep.
My ace correspondent, Brian Brick, out there.
Really?
Bricky.
The closest matchup contest
in the
tonight
area,
score-wise.
Whose dad is in his 66th year of coaching this year at De Pere. 66 years.
Well, we saw Larry.
We saw him that first week.
Redbirds in week 1.
I still miss seeing Coach Robis on the sidelines. He took a year off.
Oh, and Thompson's
right to the goal, now to about the 1 yard line.
Did not make it in. Well, Coach Ends.
Manitowoc defense held. What'd you say?
Turnover on downs?
Yeah.
So we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32.
That might have been 60.
3:30 remaining in this one. Turnover on downs. And Manitowoc will take over on their own 2-yard line. You were talking about history, and Coach Ends, Greg Ends' dad, graduated from and played football at Menasha. It was a 1958 grad.
Really? Interesting.
So there's a little connection there.
Yeah. So Manitowoc would have to go 98 yards for, and there's a fumble on the first snap.
And that's
I'm not sure who has it.
That's going to be a safety.
You know, it didn't look like there's a new quarterback in, and it didn't look like he was ready for the snap, to be honest with you.
That's a tough situation to come in first time.
Yes. Really tough situation.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to take another timeout. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. .326 remaining after that safety. That'll make it 58-14. Well, we talked about the schedules for these two teams coming up, but we got some big games coming up here on the old TV 32 Sports Showdown schedule. Fond du Lac at Kimberly next week, John.
That's about as big as they come, right? Talk about two physical teams that love going at it, Fond du Lac and Kimberly. I'll tell you what, that Two Rivers team, they've got some athletes on that football team like you can't believe. That's going to be a fun team to watch. Kaukauna and Appleton North, another great matchup. Got some good ones. Bayport at Westy Pier. That's what we finished out the regular season with last year.
And that could be the FRCC North title on the line. But, hey, there is a lot of football between now and week 9.
I still find it hard to believe guys played 3 games before going to class in high school. Isn't that something?
Well, they've been doing it for a few years now.
I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem with it. Because, the weather really, we had some hot, and we're supposed to have like an unbelievably hot day like Sunday and whatever.
Yeah.
But other than last Wednesday, I think it was, when Bayport practiced at like 5:30 in the morning, I don't think the heat has caused any problems with playing games this early.
Not for our Thursday game. So the free kick fielded and taken out to about the 42, and the clock will continue to run once again.
But I think at one time, Teddy, if we had said, well, we're going to be playing like literally the second week of August, you think, oh, man, it's going to be too hot for these kids. But that really has been an issue.
Not this year.
Not this year.
We've had it in the past where there was some concern.
Yeah.
Last week they knew there was some weather coming in. Last Friday, some of the schools moved their games up to a 5 o'clock start. We saw that with West Pier and Kaukauna.
And the Menasha game last week was canceled or halfway through or whatever.
Yeah, that was affected by rain. So
a timeout. Why is there a timeout?
Manitowoc will take a timeout, use one of their timeouts. I'm not sure. Just a personnel change or
something. I
don't know.
Now they're back. Okay. Let's just get through this one. This has been a bizarre night.
Yeah. And let's see. They're gonna let this tick down as far as they can before they take a snap.
Legal's still in at quarterback.
He hasn't been throwing though. He's been running the offense, handing off. Right. He hasn't taken anything on the option.
Hasn't taken any hits is what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Well, without a doubt, I don't want
him. I'd have had him showered by now.
Yeah. A lot of other coaches will look at that and say, "Oh, this is an opportunity to give that second string guy an opportunity to get some snaps."
And as a former second string guy at one time, wasn't a bad deal.
But Legal is in his first season, running quarterback and a junior, so giving him opportunities to see more live action here.
Straight up the middle. See some new numbers out there. A lot of, you know what, though? With Menasha, look at their offensive linemen. A lot of new numbers, but still huge.
Yeah.
Just some big guys they've got here in Menasha. Wow.
Hey, I want to thank the athletic directors from both schools, Rick Grable, helping us out from Menasha. Always does a great job setting us up. Thank you, Rick. And, of course, Stan Dietrich over at Manitowoc Lincoln. We thank them for all their help this week.
Winding it down here, the last minute of play. And we've said it 20 times if we said it was, but a most perfect night for football you'll ever find. Just great. And the first down, and once again, getting a lot of carries right there. Number 28, Bo Thompson. And looks like one more play, and this one's in the books, Teddy. I liked our reports from our sideline reporters tonight. That was really great, having them both do a story from each town.
Darby McCarthy from Menasha, Preston Stover, Manitowoc, Yeah, look for them in your communities.
I think that's a great idea, like I said. Wonderful.
NBC 26 neighborhood reporters.
And somebody moved up the middle, and that's going to do it. Actually, they did that on purpose, I think, just to have get it over with.
Yeah.
Yep, no more hitting.
Well, that's going to do it as Menasha knocks off Manitowoc tonight, 58-14. Step away, get you ready for next week. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Well, Menasha with the win over Manitowoc Lincoln tonight, 58-14, and Menasha celebrates with the Highway 10 road sign.
Yeah, I didn't know much about Highway 10 until I started going from Manitowoc to Appleton. Now I know what Highway 10 is. Not a route I enjoy driving on a regular basis, but that's the rivalry thing between Manitowoc and Menasha is the Highway 10 rivalry. Very nicely done. It's fun to have
the
rivalries
construction
like that. And the construction cone. Absolutely. That sums it up right there.
Well, congratulations to Menasha and strong-looking team.
It's a nice football team, no question about it. The young quarterback taking over from where Korth left off. It looks like he's got a lot of the same skills. Outstanding runner, a little bit shaky early on with the passing. That came around, but, the bread and butter is that quarterback option and the read options and spread like that. So he's got his quarterback for the next 2 years. No question about that.
Yep. And again, talking about our upcoming games, next week, a big one. As we head back to Kimberly, the state champs taking on Fond du Lac, the only team Kimberly lost to last year in their championship season was to Fond du Lac in the regular season.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, we saw Fond du Lac season come to an end last year in the playoffs then, but Kimberly, we saw them a couple of weeks ago, obviously that ball game against Bayport, but this will also be one of the best matchups in the state of Wisconsin, I would think, heading into it. Fond du Lac at Kimberly.
All right, that's 7 o'clock next Friday night, September 8th. Hope you can join us. Till then, have a great holiday weekend, everyone. Be safe out there. We'll see you from Kimberly next week. For John Mino, I'm Ted Stefaniak. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night.
See ya.
Tonight's game on TV 32 is brought to you by these proud local sponsors. U.S. Cellular, Bell & Howell, Simon's Specialty Cheese, Dandred on West Mason, Gallagher's Pizza, North Star Dental, Witt Family Ford, Cobeson Buses, Vake's Fox Valley Coin and Diamonds, and Security Loop Key Roofing.